Okay, so what we're going to talk about now is we're going to talk about a few of the fatalities that we've had within the pack rafting community. A lot of these fatalities have become from entrapments, from paddle leashes and so forth, getting stuck and getting caught on objects within the river. We also have some fatalities from people wearing improper equipment, such as a PFD or a dry suit when they go paddling, okay? Something that is starting to come up now, and this is because we've had quite a few fatalities in open water, sea crossings, fjord crossings, big wide rivers where wind and waves been involved, is we've had some people get separated from their pack raft and therefore they've not been unable to swim to the shore and they've ended up drowning and dying as a result of that. So because of that, what's happened is people are now starting to attach themselves to the pack raft. So what they're doing essentially is they have what is commonly known as a cow's tail or a similar piece of device, which is attached to their releasable chest harness on their PFD, with the idea being that this is releasable. This is then attached to the pack raft, like so. Can be attached anywhere here via any types of cord. Now the theory goes that if I happen to flip now and I'm in open water where I may get separated from the pack raft, as you can see, the pack raft is still connected to me. If this happens to get entrapped and I get stuck somewhere, the idea then is that this is releasable, okay, and I can move away from the pack raft. However, yes, this could potentially save your life if you were on open water. So if you're in an area where the risk of drowning because you can't reach the sea or the land is greater. So big open water crossing, lake crossing, ocean crossing, and so forth. However, does this place have a place on the river is the question that we're going to look at now. In whitewater paddling on the river, we have a philosophy called the clean line principle. That's about reducing any risk of entrapment that we have while we are on the river. So what I would argue then is that yes, while this is releasable, okay, this does pose the possibility that I could get entrapped with a tree or any other debris on a river. Now what we would also like to look at is a limitation of the chest harness. The releasable chest harness is designed so that if it's pulled out like so, it will release quickly and easily directly back. However, if it's wrapped, can somebody, you just pull the pack raft that way gently? Pull it that way. So as you can see now, this has now been simulating a wrap in the river. This has been pinned here and I'm now stuck and I'm entrapped. You can see the angle on the back of my chest harness, okay? Just put a little bit of pressure on that. Okay, I go to release it. It's released. As you can see here, the buckle is open. It's released. I can release it all the way through here, but because of the angle and because I'm wrapped, this is not releasing. Pull, pull. This is not releasing, okay? You can stop now. So as we were saying, in order for a releasable chest harness to work properly, the pull needs to be coming from directly behind, and that is the reason why this was designed. It's designed so that the pull, when it's coming from directly behind, as you can see, minimal pressure, it releases. So my question to you people out there, before you get on the river, before you adopt this technique of attaching yourself to the pack raft, think to yourself, is the risk greater that I get separated from my pack raft and my equipment and I can't swim to the shore? Is the river an environment, or is it an environment where there's wood, where there's trees, where there's hazards in the river that could potentially cause a form of entrapment? Or is the risk greater that I get separated from my raft and I cannot make it to shore? My point, for case in point for myself, if I'm paddling a large open body of water, maybe I'm paddling across a fjord or a lake, or I'm paddling on the sea, the chance of getting separated from my pack raft is quite high from the wind and the waves, yet it's deep water and there's nothing to get it stuck on. Yes, this is a fantastic tool to use, and yes, this would have saved some lives. If I'm paddling an alpine river, there's wood in the river, there's whitewater, there's other hazards, there's no way I'm using this system because the risk of entrapment is simply too large. Please make an informed decision for yourself. Educate yourself on how your equipment works, the limitations of it, what the hazards are, and the consequences associated with each thing, and make an informed decision yourself. Thank you.